Hey, what's going on, everybody? Commander Crane here, and this is a little bit of a weird video that I didn't really think I was going to be making anytime soon, to be honest with you. And yeah, this is going to be an interesting video. So, obviously, I didn't know what to name this video. So I just like as of right now, and I could change this, after I record this. So I was at least the plan is to name it the future of the channel. I don't know if that's going to be the name that sticks, but anyways, here we are. Thought about calling it the October channel update. But I part of the reason I didn't want to name it like the October channel update or something like that is because I want to make sure people watch this video just to kind of know what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to cut to the chase here, and this is a decision that I have been thinking about for quite some time now. I would say a few months, roughly. I would say probably since about the beginning of the year. So like I went to Chicago in February. It's probably soon after going to Chicago, not because of a result of Chicago. But I'll cut to the chase. So as of I guess I don't want to say today, because there'll be a few videos coming out after, but I have made the decision to no longer be uploading Magic videos, which is quite surprising. Sorry, I'm grasping the fact that I'm actually like saying this on camera. I will not be doing any more Magic videos. So I want to talk about what made this decision happen, as well as what's going into the future of the Commander Crane channel. Okay, so a little bit of backstory. So I've been playing Magic for over 10 years now. It's been a pretty decent part of my life, honestly. There's a lot of people that I've met through Magic over these last 10 years. A lot of people I consider friends or very good friends. It's funny. I was actually talking to one of my coworkers about this, who is a gamer, doesn't play Magic, but I've kind of been, talking about things and talking about how like Magic's been a big part of my life. Like, funny enough, like one of the people that I work with, is a result of like playing Magic. Like we're all friends with this person because of Magic. Like they wouldn't be working at the place I work and like doing a good job had it not been for like, like me playing Magic. And then like my dad used to own a gaming store, so like had that never happened, like it's crazy. It's one of those weird things that's like, wow, if this like it was so unlikely for it to happen, and it did. But Magic's been a big part of my life for 10 years. The unfortunate thing is the game has changed a lot in the last 10 years that I've been playing. So I want to kind of talk about what ultimately led to that decision. So Wizards of the Coast largely has decided that they want to make a shift more to a casual audience. So, like when I started playing 10 years ago, I played Modern. I played a little bit of Standard. I technically started playing Legacy, just because of the card pool that I had and I like to play with. And, they really have never supported Legacy since I've been playing, like a little bit, like, and then like Star City Games kind of picked up the slack a little bit. But I shifted to Modern just because there was no support for Legacy. So, played Modern for a long time. And then about Modern Horizons 2 is when I stopped enjoying the format just because of, the influx of power creep that was in the set. And rotating a lot of my cards that in the non-rotating format basically rotated because they were just unplayable. And then Modern Horizons 3 like killed that single-handedly. Like I stopped playing Modern basically completely once Modern Horizons 3 came out. So the Pioneer format was created in 2019, which I was very excited about. Pioneer is a format that obviously for everyone who watches this channel, I'm very passionate about. And I've always loved the Pioneer format. A lot of my favorite cards are in the Pioneer format. I love the gameplay to Pioneer. It feels very like traditional Magic to me, and it feels kind of like a great format for multiple people. It's affordable to get into. There's no fetch lands. There's no free spells. It's just traditional Magic, and I've always thought it was the best format, and that's why when I made the decision a while ago, because I used to do Pokemon and Magic content, and at one point I was doing pretty much all Pokemon. I really wasn't doing any Magic. I decided that, you know what, I'm gonna pivot to doing Magic because I'm really enjoying Magic. I've enjoyed Magic for a long time, but I decided that I liked in making Magic content, and I made that decision. Said, you know, I'm gonna go all in on being a good Magic YouTube channel. And it was never about money or anything like that. It was just I like, you know, making Magic content, and I've always said this for a long time. Um, I'm going to make content for as long as I'm enjoying it, and it's to the point where it's not even that I'm not enjoying making Magic content right now. It just feels like I'm not really making it for anything. Like, obviously, you know, like the viewers, you guys watch the videos. I would say my viewership has still increased, you know, over the last little bit. Like I feel like I get a decent amount of views in a lot of my videos. There's some videos I feel like that, you know, I put a lot of time and effort into, and it's not really, you know, shown. But and that's, you know, maybe that's my fault. Algorithm making videos that people just aren't interested in. But one big thing too is I've always been a huge advocate for paper Magic, like in local game store, you know, playing Magic, like how Magic was for a very, very long time. And that's my favorite part about Magic, is playing paper Magic, Friday Night Magic at my local game store. That is by far and away my favorite thing that will never be surpassed. Like I love playing at my local game store. And that's part of the reason that I decided to do the paper videos, because I've always thought it was so fun, like having a camera. Like I remember years and years ago playing at a shop, and they had a feature match that they were like recording live on Facebook. I'm like, wow, that's so cool. That's like so cool. Like, you watch yourself play, and then like if you get a cool win, like it's like such a cool memory to have. You know, it's like, oh hey, like this is like it's on YouTube. It's the time that I like beat this deck, or I had this crazy top deck or something. It's just, I've always thought that that was so cool. And those are like my least watched videos on the channel, and it's really not even close. Like I think the most viewed one is like 600-700 views, which at like as a comparison, like I have multiple videos with thousands of views, like tons and tons. So I do not get a lot of views on those videos. Most time people just say moving on, which is fine. You know, people don't want to watch them. That's okay. But I think a lot of that comes into how Magic's changed. Magic design, and this is probably the biggest reason that I'm deciding that led to this decision, is Wizards of the Coast largely has moved into a more casual design. They design for Commander. It feels like most cards nowadays are designed with Commander in mind. 7 sets a year, you know, with the influx of Magic sets, it makes it really, really hard to even try to like maybe pivot to Standard, because there's so many sets. Like it's so hard to keep up with how much Standard changes. Like it used to be, you know, we'd have 4 Standard sets here, maybe 5 if we did the core set. But it was like, but you know, you just don't have any time to interact with cards. Like I had someone the other day comment on one of my intro to Pioneer videos that I had made about 2 months ago, and they said, "Oh, this is outdated. It's you know, a few sets have been out since then. It's an outdated video." And it's like, but that's not how it used to be. It used to be like a video, like you could watch it like months and months and months and months after, and it was still like, oh well, like this one new set came out, but it really didn't change much. But no, it's like everything changes now. And I'll be honest with you, this really has nothing to do with Universes Beyond. I'm not a fan of Universes Beyond, at least in Standard. I've always been more of like a Universes Beyond is like should be a reskin thing, like a secret lair. It really has nothing to do with Universes Beyond for the most part. I do really enjoy the Magic story though, like Magic's actual story, because I had the pleasure of starting in Magic Origins when we were in the midst of starting that new story with you know, the Gatewatch, and you know, defeating the Eldrazi and then going to Amonkhet. I had the luxury of starting around that time, so I was used to a rich Magic story, and we haven't had that largely since War of the Spark. It, you know, like a little bit after, but not really. It was mostly just all these like little one of things happening because they decided to step away from blocks, which I get their rationale for not for doing that, for stepping away from blocks. But at the end of the day, it's harder to tell a story when you have one set. And I understand they're like, well, we don't want to divide the mechanics between three sets, and we don't want to be on one plane for like 75% of the year. And I understand that, but then now it's like no set really feels that special because it's just you're having to cram everything into one set, and then instead of spending a lot of time on like a set on a plane like Lorwyn or Tarkir now, it's just like Universes Beyond, like we're spending time in New York. Like we've had two New York sets in the last. There's gonna be two New York sets in the last 6 months. Like, but we can't spend time on like a well established Magic plane that people love. Like it's not really Universes Beyond. It's just a piece of the pie, right? Of why I'm making this decision. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing that comes from it is Wizards of the Coast does not make Magic for players like me anymore. Players that have been playing for a long time, they love the complex intricacies of the game. They just don't make it for players like me anymore. They really don't. A lot of people that started playing at a similar time that I started playing have moved away from the game. Some people just stop playing in general. Some people are like, occasionally coming out of the woodworks and going to like an NRG event. They're like, you know what? I got the weekend off. It's really close. I guess I could go. Or maybe some friends that maybe still play a little bit. They're like, hey, like we really need a third, and they kind of dust off the decks or whatever, and they play a little bit. But largely, it's just, people step away, especially a lot of people from when I've been playing. So yeah, that's the, I think I kind of covered everything I wanted to with that. Just the big influx of Commander is really the big, overarching theme of this. I don't like Commander. I used to play Commander when it was like a smaller format. So like when they used to do like the yearly Commander sets, that was when I played. Like I really played, I played some Commander, from like 2015 to 2019. Like I played it, but it was never my main format. It was more so just like, oh yeah, I'll build some decks, buy some cards for it. But it was never the main thing. The main thing was always like Standard, Pioneer. Standard, Pioneer, and Modern was always the biggest thing. And then after the pandemic, there was obviously during the pandemic is basically all that people were playing was Commanders, Commander, because it was like the only thing you could really play. And after that, I really decided like I don't want to play Commander. I don't like playing Commander. I don't like this. I like playing 60 card formats. I played a little bit after, but then largely like a while ago, I basically sold out of everything. I have like two like super casual like worm deck. Like I have a worm deck, which I think is this the worms? Nope, that's Audrey's spider deck. But I have like a super casual dragon deck that's like I don't play, and that's the other thing too with like Commanders. It's like there's so many problems with Commander, but like I have a super nerfed dragon deck, so that way people don't get upset. Like it's a dragon deck that I don't play like Udvara Hokite and Terror of the Peaks because like winning is against the spirit of Commander. Like you have to make sure everyone has their time to do what they need to do. And it's like, that's just not how 60 card formats are. 60 card formats is like, listen, like you're bringing your deck of choice, I'm bringing my deck of choice. Like the power level is like, the sky's the limit with power level, and like we're gonna play. And games don't last 3 hours, and it's not even, I'm not even blaming obviously Commander players. If you enjoy playing Commander, like I'm kind of jealous. I wish I was able to enjoy Commander and be the upteenth person that does a Commander YouTube channel and just like slop, like I guess like I wish I could enjoy that. I wish I could enjoy that, but I don't. I enjoy the how Magic was when I first started playing. And I understand, like, it's not even like it's a design philosophy is why I'm deciding to step away, but it's not just because I'm like, oh, I hate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm leaving. It's nothing like that. Like, it's just, they just don't make Magic for players like me anymore. I was considering the fact of maybe doing Value Vintage or, like continuing with Pioneer, but largely there's no support. So one big thing that I also want to, people are going to ask me is like, does that mean you're done with Magic? Like you're done 100%? Not necessarily. I love Magic. I love the game. Like obviously I've got Ripjaw Raptor hanging right up there. I love Magic. I got Magic booster boxes all right here, right there. I got an Ixalan box, and I got a Core Set box. I've got a Thunder Mahokite signed, a print right there. Like I love Magic. I love Magic the Gathering. but it's just not something I feel like I can really actively participate in anymore. It's just Magic, Wizards of the Coast, play design, they just don't really care about players like me anymore. And it's just not something I feel like I can participate in. I'm not gonna be like selling all my cards or anything. I'm not gonna be just like ghosting Magic or anything like that. Could I come back someday? Yeah, I think it's very possible that I could come back. Maybe there's a set or some cards that they make that really make me want to come back to the game. Maybe Wizards of the Coast, maybe all of a sudden they do a like a big event comes up, they change it to Pioneer or something, and it's close to my area. Maybe I decide to play. I would say the only chance of me really playing Magic again is by if I did what am I trying to say? Like if there's a paper event, like if they do Pioneer RCQs or something in my area, yeah, I'll probably attend some, and at that point, I would probably share a deck list that I'm going to be playing at the event. So it's not impossible that Magic I come back to playing Magic or making Magic content on the channel. It's just not in the cards right now. I don't see that in the near future. But that being said, what is the plan with the channel going forward? So I'm not enjoying Magic, and I'm stepping away. But with the YouTube channel, I'm going to keep moving forward with the YouTube channel. I understand that a lot of people are going to either unsubscribe, or they're not going to want to be channel members anymore because there will be no more Magic, and I completely understand that. Again, 100%. Like if I followed a channel for one thing and then they completely pivot to a different thing, which I've done that in the past with like Star City Games. Like I used to be subscribed to all their stuff, and then it went from doing like the Versus series and all that. They pivoted to just doing the Commander show, and you know what? I unsubscribed. It's just not what I'm interested in anymore. So if you do decide to unsubscribe, I completely understand. And again, I'm not doing this for money. It's not why I began doing YouTube. I've wanted to make content that I've enjoyed making, regardless if it's Pokemon, if it was Magic, or if it was the one of random Call of Duty video I made a long time ago, playing Call of Duty Zombies, which is funny. I've always just liked doing content that I like making. So going forward with the channel, I don't have a 100% definitive answer for you today, what it's going to look like, just because I decided I'm going to take a quick break, probably about a week, just to kind of, I'm really busy with work. There's just everything's going okay in my life. It's not like it's too stressful or anything like that. I just need a break. Just need a break where I just need to I need to not be thinking about Magic, not be, doing things that could make me think about Magic. I need time away from Magic and a little bit of YouTube. Because I mean, realistically, I've been doing this heavily since 2022 and I've never taken a break. I've been uploading videos like very consistently since 2022. So what I'm leaning toward with this channel is I want to turn it into a gaming channel, but I want to do a little bit of everything. So like Pokemon obviously is a very huge part of my life. Honestly, arguably bigger than Magic. Obviously I got Pokemon stuff all over the room. I've been thinking about doing some Pokemon streams, whether or not it's like Legends ZA, which I've been playing so much Legends ZA. I thought about doing the classic ones. Like I used to do some old school Pokemon like Battle Tower and stuff like that, which was a lot of fun. Maybe I'll bring that back. I still plan on doing weekly streams. Not going to be doing a weekly stream this week, but I do plan on doing weekly streams. So this is an opportunity where I want to ask you guys what you would like to see. I'm okay with I have this really nice PC obviously now. I'm okay with doing trying out a game for the first time. Like obviously I'd prefer not to spend $50 a week like playing, or $60 a week playing a brand new game. But like if there's games that you think you want me to try, I'd consider myself kind of a noob when it comes to gaming. Like if there's this game you want me to try, like I don't know, like Ark or something like that. Like I've never played it before. Like, do you want me to play this game? Like, let me know what you think. Like, if there's games you want me to play, I guess I'm okay with maybe trying out a TCG. It's not really what I just like Magic. Like Magic was the only TCG I liked. I'm not a fan of the Pokemon TCG. Not a fan of Gundam or Dragon Ball or whatever else. They're One Piece. I'm not really interested in playing those games. So I guess if there's a game you want me to try out, let me know in the comment section below. And you want to know what? I'll probably make a video of me playing it or a live stream of me playing it. But that's kind of the plan. We're gonna pivot into gaming, and it's gonna be really fun. So I'm sure a lot of people like things other than Magic here. So definitely let me know if there's a game you want me to try out, and we're definitely going to do it. But again, I'm going to be taking a week off. I'm glad I remembered this. So I do technically have a few Magic videos that'll be coming out left. No more. I don't have any more deck techs or intro to Pioneers or anything like that planning on coming out. I have a bunch of paper Magic videos that I still need to upload. I think what I'm gonna do is instead of having, I think I'm like 3 weeks behind or something like that. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm just gonna do them in 3 videos, like Pioneer FNM from the 20, like this Wednesday, and then the Pioneer this, and then this. So I'm just gonna do all 3 of the videos right with each other. It's probably what I'm gonna do. I also have one video that actually, so starting today, as of recording this video, I'm going to be starting. It's a project that I've been talking about wanting to do for quite some time, and it's going to be basically a love letter to Magic from me, but also be kind of talk about my story as a Magic player, which I guess is kind of a weird thing to talk about. And it's not going to be like just a, a video of me just like, man, look at how cool I am. Huh? I started playing Magic at this time. Like, it's going to be going into detail and just kind of talk about my story, but also maybe lead to some insight why I feel the way that I feel with the specific decisions I'm making, as well as, like how Magic was, because I know a lot of people didn't play in 2015, and you could kind of see what it was like at that time, or at least get a little bit of insight as to how a lot of people were, like involved in the game at that time and how much it's changed. But yeah, so we're not. I still have some Magic videos coming out, just nothing that's gonna be like, I'm not gonna be doing more deck techs for Super Future. Not gonna be doing anything like that. So just a couple paper videos that are still coming out, which some of those I did play in as well. And actually, the one's awesome because I lost to someone played a brew at my local game store. That they built from the channel here, and they beat me, which was honestly pretty cool. And that deck was, it played about as well as I thought it was going to play too. Like, I was like, this deck's not bad, and they played it, and it was pretty sweet. So, I don't know, this video's been going on for over 20 minutes. I appreciate people that have fully watched this video. I'm sure a lot of people are going to hear the initial, like, decision that I'm stepping away from Magic, and they're just going to click out of the video, and they're not going to get any additional context on this video. I know what's going to happen. Listen, I can watch the analytics, right? I can see where people click off the video, right? I can see all that, so I know what's going on with that. But I promise, I'm still going to be doing Magic. Or I'm still going to be doing YouTube. Not going away with that. Again, if you decide you'd still like to step away, unsubscribe, not be a channel member anymore, I completely understand. I also want to give a huge shout out to my channel members. Very big supporters of the channel here. If the channel members decide that you'd like to step away, I completely understand. I get it. There's no hard feelings at all, I promise. But there's going to be benefits to sticking around for sure if you decide that you'd like to stick around and see what we have coming in the future of the Commander Crane channel. So, all right, that's all I've got for everybody. Thank you for watching this video. If you decided to watch it all the way through, I'm going to be taking a short break, but I will be back probably within a week, or I would say about a week. Let's see, because so today, the day of I'm recording this is a Tuesday. So, and you should be watching this on a Wednesday. So it's going to be probably about a week from now. I'd have to look at what my schedule is for next week, but probably my debut back is probably going to be a stream. As soon as I know what that's going to be, I will make sure that it's notified and it's scheduled, so that way ahead of time you'll know when the upcoming stream is. That's all I've got for you. So, yeah, this is a tough video to make, but I'm glad that I don't want to say glad I made it. It's like a weird thing. I'm not happy that I'm making these changes, but I'm glad that I guess I have this platform to be able to do such a thing. Most people, when they just stop playing Magic, it's like, it's not a big production. And I'm not trying to make it a big production or anything like that. It's just that when you have a YouTube channel, and people are supporting you and counting on you for content, which I do feel like I'm letting people down a little bit to a certain extent, but losing my train of thought on that. But yeah, it's like, it's not just like I just leave off the face of the earth or just pretend I never did Magic content. Like, I'm very open. A lot of communication's a big thing with not only just with YouTube, but my job and my life. It's communication. It's such a big thing. So it's very important that you always communicate, just in general. And I want to make sure I communicate with everyone here. I feel like I've done a very good job of that last few years, so I want to continue that, which is why I promise YouTube Commander Crane is not going away. We're going to be sticking around, and we're going to be doing some different content here. So, alrighty, that's all I've got for you guys. Let me know questions, comments, concerns in the comment section if you have any. And that's all I've got for you. So, thanks everybody. And yeah, plan on talking to you guys in a future video or a future live stream. You should definitely check those out. And yeah, thanks everybody.